Welcome to this introductory session of Orion Website Basics Training. Today, Orion Website Basic Training consists of several vignettes, 10, 15 minutes at most, little training sessions on each module of Orion. Today, in our opening training, we'll have an introduction to the Orion dashboard. So let's get started. After you've logged in to Orion, everyone is faced with a dashboard that is set up similar for everyone, but it displays different information for each person. So the information that you'll view is unique to you. I'm logged in here as me. You can see Michael Fields and my username. So this dashboard is reflecting information for me. So let's get started. Across the top, you find tabs. These tabs are visible from anywhere in Orion. You'll have these tabs visible to you. So you'll be able to navigate around very easily from the dashboard to the document section, to the property section, content, and tools and resources. At the dashboard, you'll see, starting down the middle, we'll talk about, our philosophy on things is that which gets measured gets done. So right away, you're looking at your closed and pending transactions. And you can look at this in any form you want. Right now, we're displaying my sales transactions. I could pull up my lease transactions right here from this drop-down menu. I can look at these in an area graph or a bar graph or column graph, however I want to look at them. I can look at them over the course of 12 or 6 months, and I can look at either by price or value or by the number of transactions. So right now, I'm looking at it sales, closed and pending transactions by price. So you can see here May, June, July, I have it up for over the last 12 months. And if you roll over any of these, you'll see it'll give you the data point there and make it real easy for you. And the idea is that when you log into Orion, you're immediately faced with what's going on in your business, your closed and pending transactions. And for me, if this really were my business, it's not. This is all sample data. But if this really were my business, you can see here I closed one deal in August, then I had nothing in September or October, then I closed another one in November, nothing in December or January, So it's real hit and miss, up and down. It looks like, February, March, April, I've got some things going on, so the future begins to look a little brighter. But hopefully by looking at that every day, I'm more motivated about the realities of my business and motivated to get out there and do the things necessary to be successful in commercial real estate. Below that lists my active assignments, my current active exclusive right of sale or lease listings. Again, I'm looking at it here by sales, not leases, and numbers of transactions in a bar graph or a column graph form. Again, the same thing here. If you roll over, it gives you the data points. So you can see here in July I had 2 sale listings, in August 5, So my listing inventory was flat here, and hopefully looking at that every day, it motivated me. I had only 2 listings. Then I got on the stick and got some more, and my listing inventory is growing. And hopefully, again, the idea is that you can keep an idea of what's going on in your business and hopefully motivate yourself. Below that are your active assignments as they expire. So you can see here the Summer Lakes Office and Development site is expiring in March of this year. So it's giving me notice, and I could click on this and get all the details of that property. Next, the Lake City Development Tract, this sample school, and on and on. The other nice thing about Orion with the expirations is 60 days before this property expires, the system is going to send me an email, and it's going to copy my Orion company administrator on the same email, but the email is going to say, hey, Mike, the following listing is expiring on March 1st, 2012, and remind me that I need to be communicating with my client and giving them updates and legally renew that listing, and then go into Orion and update the listing expiration date. I'm going to get that email 60 days before the expiration, 30 days out, 14 days out, and 7 days out. And once the listing expiration date has passed, the listing will automatically go inactive in Orion. It doesn't disappear or delete from Orion. It's in there. It's just inactive, and it won't show up in any of the, it won't feed to any of the publicly searchable websites or CIE services, and it won't show up in any Orion searches. You can find it. You can go in there and edit it and renew it, but it's a nice reminder, a nice automated way to stay ahead of what's going on in your listings. Over here, watch list. Any property that's in Orion, you can click on one button and put it on your watch list. It's a simple thing to do. So if I had clicked on this property and this were something I wanted to keep tabs on, I simply click here, Watch Property. So once I click Watch Property, go back to my dashboard, you'll find there it is. So, and the use of this is many and varied. For example, I have a friend who has a large tract of vacant land up in North Florida. Now is not the time to sell it, but he said, hey, Mike, keep an eye on the market. When things begin to move up here, let me know, and maybe we need to put it on the market. So I can go into the Orion, do a search, find large tracts of vacant land up in that area, put them on my watch list, and keep track. And what happens when you put a property on your watch list is, if anything about that property ever changes, if they change the price or the terms or any details about it, Orion will notice that. It'll notice that you're watching the property, and it'll send you an email, and it'll say, hey, Mike, the Lake City Development tract that you have in your watch list has had a recent change. Here's a link to the property details, and here's how to contact the listing associate. So I don't have to continually look at this property for changes. The system will monitor and do that for me. And that's just one use of properties on your watch list. Favorite documents, Orion has literally contains thousands and thousands and thousands of systems and processes, forms, templates, training, educational materials, webinars, all kinds of stuff, some of which you'll never use and some of which you'll use all the time. Those things that you use all the time, you can click on a button and designate them as your favorite, and they'll show up here on your dashboard, so you don't have to drill for them or hunt for them or look for them or anything like that. Things like, I've got some examples here, letter of intent, non-disclosure, non-circumvention agreement, in our case here, the Florida Association of Realtors standard contract agreement, exclusive co-broker agreements, just different forms that, as an example, we'd use all the time. We list 6 of your top forms here on your dashboard. If you had more than 6, you could simply click on More Documents, and it would take you to the document section where it would list all of them. Again, the only 6 I have are showing up on my dashboard, but you get the idea there. Moving back to the dashboard, underneath that, you'll see birthdays and anniversaries. And not a big deal here, but what this does is this will list the birthdays, only the month and the day, not the year. We don't even collect that information, of people in your office who are Orion users. So in this case, you'll see Robin Miller has a birthday coming up here on January 28th. And that's nice because, I don't know when Robin's birthday is. I don't keep track of that, but it's nice to see that her birthday's coming up, and the next time I talk to her, I can wish her a happy birthday. Same thing here with anniversaries. This is not wedding anniversary, but this was the anniversary of the hiring date with a company. So if someone in our company had been hired in the month of January here, 30 days out, I would see that it would be their anniversary, and it would give the date, and I could say, hey, see that your anniversary date with the company's coming up, congratulations, blah, 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 and we could recognize that and chat about it a little bit. No big deal, but it helps provide and create a little bit of camaraderie and esprit de corps in the company. Quick search over here on the left-hand column of the dashboard. From the dashboard, you can do simple property searches. You can search by state or province. You'll see the Canadian provinces are listed first, and then all the 50 states and everything are down below that. You can search by a zip code. If I put a zip code in there, I can search in that zip code from the dashboard here. I can search by property type, and we have all the standard, industry standard property types. And when I say that, what I mean is the industry standard a la CoStar, Catalyst, CCIM, RedX, ROFO, RealUp, LoopNet. Orion feeds property to all these different places, property data information. So we need to conform with basic industry standard stuff. So the basic property types are all in here. You can search for sale, for lease, or both. Or you can, if you have saved searches, they'll show up here too. And you can just pull up the save search and click search, and it'll do that for you. To do more advanced searches, you can click here, or there's a property tab. You can do searches from there, but we won't get into that. Suffice it to say that you can do some pretty good searches right from the dashboard here for properties. News and announcements. This is internal to Orion users only. And we put announcements in. Your company administrator can put in announcements that would be seen only by your company. So, for example, if if someone sells a 2,500 square foot office condo, that's something we want to recognize them for and congratulate them, but probably not something we want to announce to the entire network. Your company administrator can put that in and designate that only your company sees it. Other things that are more global in nature, if you will, we'll put things in from time to time, or if, for example, someone in your company gets their CCIM designation or SIOR or any commercial designation, that's something we want to announce to the network, so we put that in here and designate it for the whole network to see it. We'll put things that we read. For example, this article came out the other day, better, more of the same, or economic chaos ahead for 2012, best bets for what's coming in the new year. You can click on these and read the whole article. This one was written by Mark over with I think he's with the CoStar Group. But anyway, it's a lot of good information about what's going on, and you'll hopefully get in the habit of looking at the news and announcements on a daily basis to read important things in the real estate industry. Below that is real estate news. This is a direct feed from the commercial real estate section of the Wall Street Journal. So you can see as they change their headlines throughout the day, these headlines change. You see here the Carlyle Group raises $2.34 billion for a fund. Carlyle raises $1 billion for its 6th U.S. real estate fund, which will, if that's interesting to you, you can click on that. It'll take you immediately to the Wall Street Journal, to that section of the Wall Street Journal's commercial real estate page. You can begin to read that. If you want to read more of it, you can do that. And so that's pretty much it for the dashboard. Again, you log into Orion, you'll see your dashboard. The first time you log in, you won't see any information in your graphs. You won't see any information here. There will be nothing in your active listings. There will be nothing on your watch list, nothing in your favorite documents. So these will all be blank graphs, but as you begin to enter properties, as they begin to go pending or closed, you begin to see stuff here. And I would encourage you to do that. It really is a great, I think it was Benjamin Franklin that said, that which gets measured gets done. And if you're not constantly measuring your progress, measuring your success, measuring your failures, nothing is going to get done in your business. So this is a great way to, graphically see what's going on in your business and hopefully motivate you. So that's it for the Orion Dashboard Tour, and go to the Orion Training Library for more of these little training vignettes. Thank you.